Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new week of the Daily Drive. Today we're starting a new chapter in Mark's Gospel, and that's Mark chapter 10. As we start today, I want to ask, have you ever tried to justify yourself? Maybe you tried to justify eating the last few Oreos at home because you had a long week at work and you were stressed. Maybe you tried to justify speeding because you were late to the office. Or maybe you tried to justify a grumpy attitude because you're just not a morning person. But in Mark chapter 10, we see a group of people called the Pharisees approach Jesus and ask him a question to try to justify themselves. Maybe you've heard this question before. Can a man divorce his wife? We'll answer that question, but I first want you to see the motive behind why the Pharisees are asking this. Verse 2 of that chapter says they asked Jesus that to test him. Guys, it's so important that when we spend time with Jesus, that we come as students, not critics. We come as those who want to learn and submit to him, not as one who try to justify ourselves. See, in Jesus' day, there were two popular schools of teaching when it came to divorce. One thought from Rabbi Hillel said that a man could divorce his wife if she did anything that displeased him. So if the coffee was bad, if your wife posted something on socials you didn't like, you could divorce her for any reason. That was a school of thought. Another thought was from Rabbi Shammai, and it said that divorce could be only granted under certain conditions, namely adultery. And so the Pharisees want Jesus to choose between these two cultural norms, and how Jesus answers is astounding. In verses 6 through 9, Jesus says, "But at the beginning, God made them male and female, and for this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let man not separate." See, I don't think the Pharisees' problem was understanding God's word about divorce, but I do think the Pharisees didn't understand what God said about marriage. God's plan is not that you would justify yourselves and look for ways to get out of your marriage. God's plan is that you would come together and do everything you can to fight for your marriage. And so if you're married today, let me ask, how can you come together and fight for your marriage this week? Is it a date night? Is it making your relationship with Jesus a priority? Is it getting more serious things like counseling? I don't know what it is, but if you will come together and fight for your marriage, not justify yourself and look for ways to get out, you can have the marriage of your dreams, and you can have the relationship God designed you for. Now that we know Jesus a little better, my prayer is that we can live like him a little more.